Hey guys, so in this tutorial I am going to talk about Python strings. So let's get started right away. So in Python, in order to create a string, we can use a single quotation or double quotation. So I have this hello world within single quotation. If I run the cell, we could see that it's printing, it's executing without any issues. Uh, we can also use double quotation like I said. So both of these ways are correct. So now if I have this variable and I save this string within this variable, now I'll just print it. Now I have this string. So the next thing I want to talk about is the indexing of a string. So how do we extract certain value out of a string? For example, if I want to extract, let's say, the first item from this string, the way I would do that or accomplish it is by using this square bracket and then include the value of 0. As you can see, we can sort of get that first value, and if I were to get the second value, that would be as simple as saying 1. And so this is how we sort of get any specific value we want. So what if we wanna get the last value? We can count from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could do something like 10, but that would be a miserable way to do it, right? So easy shortcut is by using -1. So that sort of gets the last item. As you can see, but if we want to get the one before the last item, so if we want to get that L here, we could do -2. That gets the L. So that's basically how we get like single element. Now what if we want to get like this word using indexing? We could do something like 0, from 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to do 5 because it's exclusive. So yeah, we just got 5. We just got the first word. Another way to do this is just use this approach. As you can see, we get the same item. Now what if we wanna get the if we want to get just this part, we would do something like 2. So we just get this part. Alright, so I'm guessing you get the idea, right? So if we want to get parts of it, we can use this to index and then use this colon here in the middle so that we can get that item. Now one thing I want to mention is that in Python, a string is immutable, which is you cannot change a string that you created. So the string that you created, it's saved somewhere, and the way you could see that memory address is by doing something like id and then my variable. So this string is saved in this location within memory, and there is no way we can change this string. We can definitely assign a different value, different string for this my variable. So we could do something like hello world and then to exclamation mark. That would change the memory itself. As you can see, the memory just changed, right? But we did not really change the string itself. So so one thing we can try is to do something like this. So I have this 2 is equal L, and then let's say I wanna do capital L here. you see we are getting an error saying is that object does not support item assignment. So string object does not support item assignment. So basically it's trying to tell us that string is immutable. Alright, so next thing that I want to talk about is alright, let me just clean this up a bit. And I have my variable, which is hello world. The next thing I want to talk about is what if I want to get like every other item from this string. The way we approach this is by doing 2 colons, and then if I do 1, it's just gonna get all the items, and if I do 2, it's just gonna get every other item. So here it skipped, it got the first one and then skipped the E and then got L, skipped this second L, got O, skipped the white space, got W here. So that basically that's the idea. But we can also do something like, let's say we want to start with 2, so we want to start with this L here. That is also possible, right? So we started with this, we skipped this small L, and then we got the O, and then we skipped the white space again. So we can sort of manipulate this in so many ways. Alright, so basically that's slicing and indexing. Now the next thing I want to do is that I want to sort of talk about some of the built-in string methods. So so these would be some of the ones that I use a lot, and probably in your software engineering journey it's gonna come up a lot. So one of them is simple like my variable dot upper. So basically I'm trying to get all capitalized, and then I can also do my variable dot lower. So I'm making it all lowercase. Now I'm not saving this anywhere. So when I call on these methods, I'm actually not saving it back to a different variable or back to the same variable, which is why if I look at it here, my values are unchanged. So I'm gonna go on and write a couple more, and let's say I have this my variable dot lower, and I want to save it. So I can just do my variable equals my variable dot lower. Now if I do my variable here, we could see that it has changed to all lowercase. And the reason I have done this is because I wanted to show you another built-in method, which is capitalize. When we do capitalize, it's just gonna capitalize every capitalize the first word. And there is also another one called title, which is just gonna capitalize all the words, right? So one another method that I use often is my variable dot split. So this is just gonna split based on the white space. So if I do it here, so this is creating a list of and then it's splitting this string based on this white space. And we can use other splitters here. For example, like we can split on O, and then if I do that, we could see that it splits here, and then it gets this part, and then it gets RLD. So basically it's gonna split on O, but it's not going to include O here. So it's as simple as that. So let's say I have another variable. So I'm just gonna call another variable here, and I'm gonna say this is as temp variable, something like that. Okay, so the reason I have kept this white space here is because there is a method we can use to just get rid of it. So if I just do another variable, we see that we have this string, and it includes this white space. So we can use that method is strip. So when we do strip, it's just gonna strips any white space that are around it. So it's just gonna get rid of this white space, and we get this nice and simple temp variable here. Alright, so that's pretty much everything I have got. So there are some other built-in methods that are sort of returns boolean. So it kind of checks whether if you're looking for something. For example, in this another variable, we have this temp and then variable. So let's say if I wanted to see this var existed in this string, so I can do something like another var and then find. I can do var that returns the index of where it started. So if we count it here, you're gonna find out that where v is here, it's basically it starts at index 11. Maybe it would be helpful if I just do strip and then save it here and then do another variable. Now if I look for em, let's see, if I look for em, it will return 1 because this e here is at index 1. So one thing that we need to keep in mind is that this find method, it returns only the first or only the smallest index variable. So what do I mean by that? So what I mean by that is that so if I were to look for a here and then we see that there are two a's, but it's just gonna return the first index where that a is. So let's do this one. Let's do e. Let's just look for e here, and we see that it just returns this first e. And then if I do even though there is this e at the end of it. Okay, so that's pretty much what I have for built-in methods. Alright, I guess I'll talk to you guys in the next tutorial. Thanks, bye.